Hey, Shalom, Shalom, Shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Hashem, Wahara Kakadash, double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone, many blessings and salutations, and to the hopeful elect house of David. The Bayav Dawah from these epistles are written for these last days. Shalom to the elect. I'm just going to get straight into it, man. This is going to be a really quick lesson, so just kind of pulled over on the job. So anyway, let's get into it. This is from Blacklisted News. It says, Mr. Gates wants to use AI for genetically modifying beef cows to save the planet. We've been telling you. Really, we were told and warned by our elders and apostles that, you know, there was going to come a time when these devils were going to they were basically going to soak up all the resources, and then they were going to present alternatives to those resources while they enjoy those resources they soaked up. And this is yet another case of that. You know, it's not a coincidence that a lot of these super rich or elite or, you know, people that are in a different tax bracket from the rest of us are preparing for something. They see something. Well, now us on the ground, those of us that go on the highways and hedges, we see those very same things. Matter of fact, we're reporting on it actively daily. But right now, you know, we're coming into a time where, listen, we're getting ready to come into the famine of the word. You know, I was just sharing with some articles with the brothers who I camp with sometimes. And, you know, it's like they're passing all these bills, man, but it's not by coincidence. These are things that are happening that were positioned, and in a way where, you know, it can be sold to the people, as a good thing. Right. And this is no different. They're selling unto the people that this is a good thing, that you're eating bugs. Right. You know, some bugs are lawful, but still, you know, beside the point. The point is that these devils are, they're doing exactly what the Lord said they would be doing. Okay. Revelation 11 and 18. And then the Lord say, because when you're doing all of this, right, when you're doing this kind of nonsense in the earth, well, people are going to feel some kind of way, even the ones that co-signed you being in the position of power that you're in. But it was always so written that those same ones that co-signed, you know, Babylon, led by Esau, being in the power seat that he's in right now with the influence that he has over the earth right now, is because the Heavenly Father allowed it. This is Revelation 11 and 18. It says, and the nations were angry. Why were they angry? Let's get it. Why was the nations angry? Okay. Why are they continuously angry? Well, because they know something that even in some cases we don't know, right? They're sitting in those meetings, but the angels know. Yahweh knows. Yahweh Shai knows, right? We might not know specifically all the specifics, but we know enough that there's a lot of evil shit going on in the background, right? Jeremiah 51 and 7, it says, Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad. They drunk of her wine, all right, because the Heavenly Father, all right, pretty much told them to, right? The nations didn't do this out of their own, you know, hey, look, we just want to go do, you know, no. The Lord had a specific story set up, a certain arc, a certain character to play a certain character, all right? A certain person to play a character like Esau, right? He's got to be a special type of demon. This is Revelation 17 and 1. It says, and there came one of the seven angels which hath the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, come hither, and I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore that sitteth upon many waters. And the many waters represent what? The people. Verse 2, it says, with whom the kings of the earth have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of her fornication. And this has pissed off a lot of the other nations, right? Even though they are demons themselves, okay, for what they did to the nation of Israel, okay? But the fact remains is the leader is the Edomites, okay? And these devils were placed in a position of power, okay? And it has pissed off, to this point, it has pissed off. Salaki, I'm looking at the weather right now. It's looking real bad. I'm in Raleigh right now. I'm just trying to Just trying to, what I'm saying, get lessons done, two birds, one stone. You know how I go, but the weather looking real crazy right now, so I'm trying to get the hell up out of here. But anyway, this is Revelation 11 and 18, right? Revelation 11 and 18, it says, and the nations were angry, and the wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto the servants, the prophets, right? That's what we're waiting on. It says, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. This guy right here is a part of the conglomerate. Also, he is low level, right? Yeah. Anytime Esau tells you something on the news, or if they show you, oh, these are the richest men in the world, listen, those guys are nowhere near the richest guys in the world, right? Esau would never tell you the truth about that. Hell no. He'd rather just lie to you and convince you that, what you're telling you is the actual list. Anyway, this guy right here, the gates of hell, is not going to prevail over the Israelites, right? That's what the scripture says. Okay, but he's just a figurehead, right? Just like Donald Trump, Joe Biden, anybody you see on TV are all figureheads. The people that you don't see are the ones that actually run this shit. And that's them trying to act as the Most High, but they can't do what the Most High does. It says the combination of AI and the world's food supply is in its infancy stage and will advance rapidly if Mr. Gates has anything to say about it. Why is this guy in everything outside of, listen, we all know, Microsoft, right? But this guy's now he's telling you about the VAX, right? He's an expert in that field, right? Then all of a sudden now he's an expert in food. This guy's all over the place, man. All over the place. But he's going to be destroyed and he's going to slavery, right? Just right along with the rest of you Edomites and the other nations, right? It says he has been obsessing over cow burps and cow farts for years, unable to do anything about them until AI came to the scene. Wow. It says recently discussed how AI could fight climate change on his podcast. Unconfuse me confuse me with Mr. G to the A to the T to the E to the S. It says it was just the hype. It's like, and it was just the type of unhinged conversation you would expect from the same man who touts synthetic beef, depopulation, preventing cows from burping, and experimental geoengineering. Wow. It says he made his latest remarks in an interview with data scientist Hannah Ritchie, which she's a small header. It says when the conversation turned to artificial intelligence and its potential utility in addressing environmental issues, he shared his surprise at how quickly the technology has been advancing. I was very stunned how the AIs went from basically not being able to read or write at all to doing that in a very facile way. He told her. It says when asked if he thought AI could play a role in taking action on climate, he answered absolutely. He then cited the example of genetically modifying beef cattle with AI, wow, so that they could produce less methane, or using AI to somehow produce meat without the cow. Listen to this. Listen to this wicked garbage that's being played in front of us. Listen to this wicked garbage. This is absolute wicked garbage. And he must be destroyed. He must be stopped. And he will be. Yahweh Shemal Shai will not allow this devil to do whatever he wants to do and just get away with it and just skip off into the sunset. That's not how this works, right? It's just total complete wickedness. But it's par for the course, though, right? Sticking in Revelation, right? Revelation 6:4. I love breaking this out. Revelation 6:4 says, and there went out another horse that was red, and power was given unto him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. That's right. So under the elite They were given power to do exactly what they're doing, which is become the fucking devil. Started off as a serpent and ended up as a fucking 7-headed dragon. Slakia, for my language, right? The Roman Empire fell for a moment, came back as America, right? That's why they identify so much with the Greco-Roman mindset, right? Because that's who they were. They were the Greeks and the Romans. The Edomites will be stopped. Shit like this, it sounds funny in theory, but really they're trying to practice it, and they are in a lot of cases. We're telling the people that prepare for prepare for persecution at an all-time high. I was just I passed the bill over to the brothers, right? And the brothers took a look at it, you know what I'm saying, and was like, yeah, the persecution coming, absolutely is coming, right? Esau knows exactly how to do this thing, man. All right, he's had a long time to practice. He uses time as a weapon, right? We're not stupid as to his tactics. We use salt, all right, to get around a lot of the garbage that he tries to throw in our ways. But, listen, ultimately, it's through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. It's not up to us. It's up to the Lord how he wants to do this thing, right? He says he has an elect, and Lord willing, all we can do is pray that we are part of that number. This is Isaiah 29:20. It says, for the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off. That's right. So all those jakes that sold out, or in the midst of selling out, or in the process of selling out, or thinking about selling out, you will be brought to naught. You watch it for iniquity to happen and work in your eyeball, right? You're gonna see some iniquity, but listen, it's not gonna work out the way y'all think it's gonna work out. You sold out for some crumbs that you're not gonna even really see, because you got to insert it into your hand, dummy. Anyway, this is Isaiah 29:20. It says, for the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, right? The scorner is consumed. Vocab Malone is gonna come out with his his Kango, right? You know what I'm saying? He gonna come with that stupid smirk on his face, all right, and no spirit behind them eyes, and he gonna have on that suit. Okay, of course they gonna allow him to wear that Kango in the court, because shit, it's for effect, right? Anyway, so he gonna have on all this, he gonna have on his attire. And he's gonna get to speaking that high pitched Edomite bullshit that he's gonna talk in court. Okay. And I'm saying this is these scorners that are watching for iniquity that they think that's going to happen, and it's not going to happen to what they think is going to happen. 2/3 will be destroyed. 1/3 will make it through. Okay, even if some have to be martyrs for that situation, they still made it. Anyway, it says Isaiah 29:21. It says that make a man an offender for the word, right, and lay a snare for him that proveth in the gate. And they laying snares like this, right? The bill that they just passed for you can't anti-Semitic, you know what I'm saying? You can't say anything, or if you talk about the Zionists, then you're being anti-Semitic. If you criticize or you call the funniest line of it was, right? Because I'm trying to tie it all together. The funniest line of the whole thing was, you can't charge them ish people with dual allegiance, right? So meaning, right, if they have a position that may necessarily make them hypocrites against their own country, right? They can't be charged with sedition. Basically, the small hat can't be charged with sedition. He could talk about the government, but the government can't talk about him. What kind of shit is that? Where is that in the Bible? But you got fucking, gates of hell out here, bringing hell. You got Hebrew Israelites out here talking about black Hebrew Israelites got nukes. Or it's like weapons of mass destruction. I mean, it's just, if we weren't living in this situation right now, right, then I would be like, you're joking. There's no way, hell, man, you're joking. You can't be serious. That's not real. Oh, but it is. Oh, but it is. And these people are fucking bugged out, man. And they're bugging out even more day by day. It says, back in the article, it says he made his latest remarks with data scientists. I already read that. It says, Richie pointed out that people are not embracing the idea of meat alternatives, right? So, I mean, obviously, right? It says, and that's something that Mr. GATES is also quite familiar with, as he has invested in multiple companies that produce fake meats, such as Impossible Foods, Upside Foods, and Beyond Meat. He has said that in the past, that all rich countries should move to 100% synthetic beef. Wow. And that it is optimistic fake meats. Listen, do they even hear themselves? I mean, I know that the devil, right? The devil is not supposed to have a logical, righteous mindset, but do they hear themselves though? But anyway, it says, he has said in the past that all rich countries should move to 100% synthetic beef, and that it is optimistic fake meat products will be a very good alternative for consumers, as many people are reluctant to cut meat out of their diets. Wow. So he's going to now he's going to force you, right? He's going to force you to eat his goddamn garbage that he got stock in and companies that he actually owns. I mean, this is what they call cornering the market. See, he did this in the late 80s, early 90s. He started doing this back when, for you brothers that are old enough, he did this shit with AOL. He did this shit with a few other companies. I'm thinking AOL off the top of my brain right now because AOL was the most egregious. The government even had to intervene, okay? Because this guy was literally committing crimes, right? He was literally cornering the market, which was so-called, you know what I'm saying? It's so-called supposed to be illegal, right? They got laws on the books in America against, you know what I'm saying, monopolizing other companies, all right, forcing them out of business, right? And he's got a hell of a terrible history of this shit. Now, he's just a figurehead. He's a small head, but he represents something major. He wouldn't be doing this shit if he didn't have the okay. Understand what I'm saying here? He doesn't make the okays. He gets the okays. And if he's doing this, trust me, he has the okay. All right, it says, last November, Beyond Meat cut nearly 20% of its non-production workforce following plummeting sales as customers eschewed the highly processed and unhealthy concoction. It says, once heavily hyped, its stock has fallen more than 60%. And an opinion piece in the New York Times recently referred to the lab-grown meat as the revolution that died on its way to dinner. Some assessments have revealed that such products don't offer much in the way of environmental benefits and may even be causing more harm than good. Yes, it's called cancer, y'all. That's what genetically modified meat will do, or food will do to your insides, right? It was made and grown in a lab, son. It was grown in a lab, so there's all kind of chemicals there. And we talking about the devil. Listen, don't let that slip out your mind. We're talking about the devil here. This devil is very, very capable of doing some very diabolical things, and he is doing it right now currently. So we're just calling them out. All right, this lesson was not made to be super long, but it was straight to the point. But listen, you get the point. These devils are they're gonna continue to do what they're doing, and that's fine. And then they're gonna accuse us. They're gonna blame us for the shit, right? But he gonna fall. He gonna fall because it's only a matter of time. All we gotta do is continue to preach this word. All right, just continue to preach this word and continue to be patient. Because, brothers and sisters, listen and listen good. The Heavenly Father is undefeated. He always gets his way. Right? So I understand the nervousness a little bit, but you got to stand strong in this thing. Standing strong is what's going to show to the Lord, hey, okay, this person truly believes, if you're of the elect anyway. Right? Yo, this crowd getting crazy over me. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it on up because I'm not going to try to, I thought I was going to try to get one more thing from Isaiah. Yeah, I did. Isaiah 32, right? Why not? This is Isaiah 32:5. It says, the vile person shall no more be called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful. It says, for the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity to practice hypocrisy, right? So he's trying to feed all the people, the entire masses, all right, with fake fucking meat, which he owns the companies that create that mess. So he's not only he killing two birds with one stone. Literally, he's trying to feed you fake food, kill you off. Because remember, depopulation is a part of his agenda as well. So he's attacking this thing on all fronts, right? You know what I'm saying? See, the food you gotta eat, right? So he's looking like look, I'm gonna shoot this shit full of all kind of chemicals and garbage and shit. You know what I'm saying? And people are gonna consume it, and then they're gonna start dying off, you know. And then I'm gonna buy more land, okay? And then we're gonna control this population. And then the rest that are left, we're gonna have them chipped up. Anyway, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'al Shem Al Shai, Ba'al Shem Muhammad Kakadash, Shalom to the elect.